first of all, how's the new school going? That's tough when you're a teenager to pick up, leave your friends.
Actually, it hasn't been that hard because I knew most of the kids on the Catholic baseball team, and it surprised me how they really welcome people into their community as a school.
Okay.
And I haven't had a hard time whatsoever. And I was very surprised, and I kind of wish I would have gone to Catholic because it was between Catholic and Mennonite my freshman year.
From the start.
Right.
Okay. First time you picked up a baseball bat?
I would have to be about 6 years old, I think.
Okay.
Maybe younger.
Okay.
But around there, yeah.
Fell in love immediately? Was that it? I'm playing baseball?
Actually, I played football up through about 8th grade, and I would have played in high school, but Mennonite didn't have a football team. But I can't really say that I would have because it was about that time that I said, all right, I'm going to start just doing baseball. Because my coach from Elite Baseball, Matt Knox, convinced me that I have a better future possibly in baseball.
Okay.
And as much as I hated to do it, I kind of gave up football too. And I used to wrestle, and I just wasn't very good at that. So
so baseball it is.
Yeah, and I played basketball when I was little, and everybody thinks I should now because I'm 6'4", but I'm terrible at it.
Okay. 6'4", what do you weigh?
About 185. I want to be around 200 by summertime.
Okay. Are you finding that baseball is the future? The more things you do and the more you get out to these events and stuff, are you finding out that that's going to be your ticket, perhaps?
Well, I mean, I see kids. It's like I was at area code tryouts up in Johnstown and Pittsburgh area, and there was 43 kids at that tryout, and 43 amazing kids. And
wow.
I saw kids like Chris Harvey who was at my tryout, and it's like it kind of keeps you in checks and balances. It's like so I kind of it's not really a modesty thing. It's just I see there's better kids than me out there. Okay. And I can't get ahead of myself, which I think keeps me fueled a little bit to get better and better. Okay. Because if there's as long as there's somebody out there that's better than me, I have a goal to reach.
Sure.
So.
Sure. Keeps you going. Keeps you driving.
So I don't see I see baseball in my future, but I'm not sure exactly where in baseball. Whether it's coaching or playing in the professionals or coaching college, I have no idea, but it's there. Okay,
and you're definitely on the right path here.
Right.
You're getting invited to these things that have you on that path. Right. You may have a shot to play other positions. Are you going to stick with catcher though? I know we're going to talk about pitching in a minute, but is that where you may land as catcher?
My goal is to be a catcher. Now, if my college coach or if I end up going into the pros and they want to change me around, that's their decision. I'll do it. I'll be as flexible as I can about it.
Sure.
But in high school right now, I will. If I'm not catching, there's one other catcher in the team, and he's very good too. He has got a cannon for an arm, and he's going to pitch, and when he catches, he's going to catch for certain kids, and I'll catch for certain kids. Okay. I'll play one of the corners, either first or third, and while I catch, he'll probably play shortstop or he'll pitch.
Okay. So everybody's flexible, everybody's nice, everybody's geting along. This is Mac McCafferty, I believe we're talking about. Yeah. Yes, everybody kind of knows him. Yeah. You get along good with him? Everything's cool? Yeah. We'll be fine? You got a couple months here before you get on the diamond.
We're already friends and everything. And he was one of the people that helped me out a lot when I got to school. If I ever got lost, he was right there for me. So.
Okay. Were you recruited as a catcher?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so E. Stroud. Are you glad you verbaled early? Kind of got that out of the way and accepted that, and kind of got that off of your shoulders.
I found out through going and visiting colleges that for some reason in my age group there's a lot of good catchers around the country, and people already have the roster set for my freshman year.
Do they really? And
the catchers just going like crazy, and they've started recruiting 2013 kids
already.
So I'm glad I got it. I got a good school and everything. So
how are you with the bat? Obviously you have catcher skills and they want you as a catcher next level, but can you handle yourself okay with the stick?
The plan is at East Stroudsburg to, on the doubleheader games we have, if whoever's not catching, whichever catcher isn't catching, is going to DH. Okay. So I guess they're confident in me for it, but last year I hit a 577 average. I had 5 home runs.
Okay,
so
that'll work.
I'm pretty I got a game plan when I go to the plate. So
okay. Two things I got to ask you about. You just had a Rockies tryout, and that was in West Virginia.
Right.
Tell me all about that. Where was it? Who was there? How'd it go?
It was right in the mountains when it started to snow.
Nice.
They had fans going in there. There was no way they could have paid for the heat in there, so it was freezing. And I was with the kid, one of the other catchers, the catcher from Northern York, John Mayer.
Okay.
I was with him, and I knew a couple other kids. Caden Hepler was there. He's a pitcher going to Winthrop.
Okay.
And last time I caught for him, he was on 93, so
Ooh. I
went up, and we did throws to second, and I came out on top of all the catchers, about 40-something catchers, with a 1.84 pop time.
Okay.
And then I went up to Ed Santa, the guy running it, and I asked him, hey, I might be pitching in the school year. Can I throw 15 pitches off the mound? He said, yeah, sure, just be the last pitcher to go, and we'll set it up for you. And I ended up coming out of 90 pitchers. I was in the top 3. I threw 87 miles an hour, and the fastest was 90.
Nice.
So I was pretty happy about it.
Perfect game world championships. So you got out of school for several days and went to Jupiter, Florida.
Yep.
You're invited to that. How did that work? And you were there for several days.
Right.
So tell me
3
about that
days.
trip to Florida.
I was there for 5 days. I missed 3 days of school. It was the nicest weather, the nicest fields I've ever seen or played baseball at. It's the best baseball I've ever seen in my entire life. I played against Clint. I think his name is Clint Caltler. He's the in top 3 catchers in the nation.
Okay.
I've never seen baseball like that. Everybody was either my size or bigger, taller, thicker. I mean, these were grown men, and there was a kid on my team from the Bahamas, and he ran a 6'1", 60, which is unreal. And I mean, it's funny because Perfect Game had several teams, and I watched a couple of them, and even my team, we've never met any of it. Nobody knew each other, but we seemed like our talent level was right up with everybody else. We were all about equal, and we just clicked, and it was perfect. And the thing that I loved about playing down there, the air was different. It was when you threw the ball a lot harder than you do up here. And I just gunned it, and I had no problem. I mean, throwing it back to the pitcher just carried.
Yeah.
So
how'd your team do?
We went 1-3.
Okay.
We played the first team we played against. 3 out of the 4 starters were throwing about 92, 93.
Oh my!
And it's fun to play against that stuff, but some of the pitchers were just perfect. You couldn't. The one kid threw a no-hitter.
Really?
And it's just I'm not going to beat myself up about that because these kids are just machines. I mean,
what did it mean to you to be with them and get invited to something like that? That had to be a thrill.
It was a ton of fun, and it was I really felt like I belonged there.
Okay.
And I felt like there wasn't one person or team that I saw that shouldn't have been there.
Okay.
So it was like I was among everybody else that was like me, and it was so nice because we everything in common, and it was like baseball heaven to me. So, I mean, 85 teams playing on 10 fields at a time.
Wow.
In the same area, it doesn't get better than that.